Okay, guys, so today we're going to talk about the Substack growth funnel. This is a funnel that I use to sustainably grow my Substack on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. It's extremely simple. It's based on just any kind of general marketing funnel. I'm going to talk about how this applies specifically to Substack, and I'm going to take you through each of the four stages of this funnel. So we'll start off at the beginning, which is always the best place to start. And I will explain what each of these sections are called and what they're generally about, and we'll break them down further after that point. So the Substack growth funnel, as I see it, starts off with the discovery phase. So this is like every funnel. There is a bigger, more widely spread net at the top, and this is where you're bringing in people who could potentially become followers and subscribers. So you've heard of discovery platforms like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, that sort of thing. Basically platforms where you can be discovered. You can put yourself out there amongst all the other users of the platform and try and be seen and try and gain visibility that will draw people in and hopefully encourage them to follow you and subscribe to whatever it is you're offering. So Substack has its own inbuilt discovery section, and I'm going to talk about that in more detail in a second. But this is the wide open mouth of the funnel. We're going to reach the greatest number of people before you start narrowing your focus down to the people who are more likely to become free subscribers, paid subscribers, and then become your real sustainable long-term core super fans on Substack. After that, we have the nurturing phase in phase two, and this is where after people have discovered you, you can then work on your relationship with them. You have essentially a captive audience to some degree, and you can use the fact that you have that connection with your audience to nurture them towards becoming more committed subscribers. And in this case, that would mean they'd be paid subscribers long term on Substack. The third phase of the funnel is the connection phase, and this is where your nurtured subscribers have become paid subscribers. They've taken that step and they put money into your pocket in exchange for whatever it is you're offering. And this is where you create a deeper connection with those subscribers, and you can and again I'll break this down in a second what that all means, but essentially this is a deeper relationship. This is a place where you can each reach out to one another, you to your subscribers and back again, and together you can collaboratively work out exactly what your Substack should look like long term and how it can be most beneficial to you and to your subscribers as well. And then finally, there is the sustainability phase, and this is the last part of the funnel. This is really the core on which everything kind of pivots. This is the long-term section of your Substack publication, where your audience will not just drop in and out and maybe churn their way through being free subscribers to being paid and then back again or leaving entirely. But they'll be people who will stick with you through thick and thin. They'll stick with you for months or for years, hopefully, and they will be the people who will make sure that you can do Substack on a more full time basis, if not completely full time. As I said, they'll be your super fans, and really you only need a small core of those people to do Substack in a real sustainable way long term as an income stream. So we'll talk about how you go from discovery through to sustainability. I'll break those down in a second. So discovery, what does discovery look like on Substack? Well, primarily Substack has three main levers of discovery, of growth, or initial growth, I think. And those are notes, the search function, and the recommendations feature. Obviously, we've already talked about all this stuff. If you've got to this stage in the member resource hub as part of the course, we've already talked about these things in detail, but I want to just quickly go over them and why they apply in this funnel. So notes, as we talked about before, are a great source of visibility on Substack. You can put your notes out there into the ether, treat it as a social media wing of Substack, and bring in followers and subscribers, and generally be seen. It's easy to do, as long as you're willing to stick with it and keep trying things out. Make use of text, make use of images and videos, and whatever else Substack decides to add in future. But notes are probably the key driver of discoverability on the platform. So if you're not using those already, I would definitely suggest giving a go at notes and seeing what you can do with it. The search function is the little, magnifying glass on Substack, and that's where you can search for other publications and other writers who are in your niche and to connect with. It's a great way to find other stories and posts and publications to leave comments on and to like and to engage with, and again, be seen and be discoverable on your own in your own terms. And recommendations, as we already talked about, is mutually bigging each other up. So just creating mutual connections with other Substack publication editors and writers, and recommending one another publications and growing collaboratively and organically and passively together. So notes, search, and recommendations are the trifecta of the discovery portion of the Substack growth funnel. And I would definitely recommend using all of those as much as possible in order to be seen and gain more visibility before we move into the nurturing phase. So the discovery phase helps you get seen, and the nurturing phase is where you start to do something with the visibility that you've gained. The nurturing phase of the funnel is where you are picking up free subscribers to your publication. And these are the things that you can do in that phase. You can offer free content, you can run free chats, and you can run offers and pitch them to your free subscribers. So the free content you put out is essentially your writing, whether that's fiction, nonfiction, and whatever it is you're creating. That's your writing, that's your videos, your podcasts, um, all the free content you're putting out that anybody can access for free as long as they are subscribed to your publication. And that can also include, to some extent, the free content that you share on notes with your followers there. But if you're really nurturing your audience, you want to have them captured. Essentially, you want to have captured their email. It sounds like a very aggressive way of saying it, but it is what it is. You're essentially capturing people's emails so that you can reach them directly, and you don't have to go through back channels like you would on social media, in the hopes that you might create connection with them. So your free content is what nurtures that relationship between you and your audience and helps them to trust you naturally. You're not going to do anything untoward. You want to build that trust in a real organic way by in a sustainable, scheduled process. You're putting free content in front of your subscribers, and they are consuming that and enjoying that and trusting you and liking you for offering that to them. So free content, free chats again in the chat thread, and the chat function on Substack. This is where you're chatting to your audience for free. You're creating connection. You're asking engagement questions. You're asking them about themselves. You're asking them what their pain points and their problems are in Substack, or in terms of whatever topic you're writing on, and you are chatting with them for free with no paywall barriers. This is all the non-paywall section of your Substack, where people can connect with you for free. And this is also where you pitch offers, and this is where you will add your paywalled content, maybe within like teasers, or you'll include it in your free stuff. So you maybe put like like a link to to a paywall post or a paywall piece of content within a free piece of content in order to encourage people to want to jump over to your paid tier. Or you'll periodically post special offers. You'll offer percentages off subscriptions if people sign up by this certain time, or they'll get this other thing if they sign up as part of it. But this is where essentially you have your audience watching your TV channel, and you're periodically, occasionally, in a non-disruptive way, advertising them. Not like a TV at all, actually, in many ways, because it's very disruptive on television. But you want to pitch your paid content or your paid offers to people within this nurturing phase, as you deepen your connection with them. And then once you have nurtured your audience sufficiently, they will start to move in dribs and drabs from the nurturing phase of your funnel into the connection phase. And this is where you offer exclusive content, exclusive chats, and where collaboration happens. So this is where your content is paywalled, so it becomes exclusive. People have to pay to see it. That's where you can offer paywall chats in the chat thread function as well, where free subscribers will see like a blurred version of it. They can actually see what's being said in there. Um, and when I talk about collaboration, I don't mean that you necessarily collaborate directly with your subscribers, as in you're asking them to do something for you. This is basically where you collaborate on ideas. So you will ask your audience what their pain points are. You'll ask them what they'd like to see. You'll ask them what would help them the most. They'll tell you, and then you will create that content, whether that's an article that you write, or a video that you make, or a course you create, or whatever. But that's where that collaborative relationship starts to happen. It moves just from getting to know you, kind of nurturing phase in section 2, into a real collaborative, tell me what you want, and I will give that to you as much as I can, sort of section. So you're deepening your relationship with your subscribers, because they are paying you, they're helping support you in terms of your publication on Substack. So this is you giving back. This is you seeing what they want, and then acting on that. So the connection phase is all about exclusive content, exclusive chats, and collaboration with your audience. And then finally, right at the bottom of your funnel, we have the sustainability portion of it. And this is really the tipping point. This is the point in which the whole thing spins and pivots. In this section, we're going to talk about loyalty, we're going to talk about referrals and renewals. And the people who are in this portion of your funnel are your long-term super fans. As I said, the people who are going to renew their subscriptions year on year or month on month. The people who are going to provide the real base and the real foundation for your publication going forward, and really be able to support you and give you the opportunity to make Substack a long-term sustainable income stream, not just something you do as a side hustle, but not just as a side hustle, but a something that is real and is part of a financial system that allows you to pay your bills, allows you to support your family, to start new businesses, to sustain other businesses you already created. And that's what this is all about. So these are the people who are loyal to you. They are the loyal super fans as part of your Substack audience. They will refer other people to you, so they can use your inbuilt referral system, or they might just share your content because they think it's great and they kind of like that they're part of it. So they kind of enjoy a little bit of FOMO that other people maybe don't have. But if you can get your most loyal super fans in your paid tier to refer you to other people, this is where your Substack becomes a rolling ecosystem that's sustainable without you having to do as much. It becomes more passive, and that's a great way for it to be. And I talk about renewals. So these are the people who, when the time comes each month or each year, they will renew that without a thought, because they know that they're going to get value from you. They're going to get recurring value year on year, and they want to continue being part of that, be part of your community on Substack. So that's essentially it. That is an incredibly basic but workable Substack growth funnel that you can use for your publication. This is exactly what I use for mine. This is what works a treat at the minute. And if you can bring people through that system from the wide open net of discovery at the top, and nurturing a connection with them, and deepening that connection by collaborating on ideas, you will eventually develop a core set of loyal subscribers and followers and community, who love what you do and want to support you, and will also branch out and publicize you on your behalf without you having to do anything after a point as well. And that will become a closed loop eventually of exponential growth on Substack. So I hope that was useful. I hope you can look back on this video, watch it again maybe, and see where what you're already doing fits in each portion of this funnel. If you have any questions about it, just drop them below in the comments, and I'll try to answer them as well. But yes, develop your own funnel, and you can use this if you want to, but these are the four core sections that I use, and as I said, it works really well. So I hope it works for you as well. Thanks very much.